Welcome to the New York Post, home of the best sports in town. I'm Mark Hale, coming to you from Midtown Manhattan. On today's show, we've got Steve Serby, our NFL columnist, who's going to talk to you about the Jets' newest quarterback, some guy, Tim Tebow, I think it is, something like that. Also, New York Giants guard Mitch Petrus will join us in studio. We'll have him here to talk to you guys as well, and we'll answer your questions that you submitted via email and Twitter. So now let's start with Serby. I want to bring him in right now. He's joining us from Boston, where he's set to cover the NCAA tournament. And Steve, with Tebow here in the Jets, let's start with this. You wrote a column in the Post yesterday saying, you know, this basically shows the Jets are not committed to Mark Sanchez. Tell us a little bit about what you mean by that.
Well, look, they're saying all the right things publicly about Sanchez, and they gave him that little 3-year extension, and Woody Johnson came out and said, "Oh yeah, we passed on Peyton Manning." Yeah, right. After Peyton had absolutely no interest in the Jets.
Right.
So they really have no choice. They really haven't had anyone to push Sanchez. Brunell, 41-year-old backup last year. Nobody had faith in him. So now they're on record saying they're going to bring in someone to push Sanchez, and they're done coddling him. And what do? They bring in a guy who basically could make Sanchez's head implode, Tim Tebow. Every time Sanchez throws an interception or a bad pass or fumbles the ball after a sack, he's going to hear it, and he's going to hear the legions of Tebow maniacs who will fill MetLife Stadium the way they filled Mile High in Denver. Call for Tebow. And every press conference, Rex Ryan will be answering questions. When is Tebow ready? Is he going to be put in for more than the wildcat? Good luck to Mark Sanchez.
No doubt about it. And Steve, one of the things I found, you know, in addition to the effect it has on Sanchez, one of the things that I found most perplexing was the cost. You know, they're going to pay him $1.1 million, Tebow $1.1 million this year. The salary escalates in 2013. Plus, they give up 2 valuable draft picks, a 4 and a 6. What do you think about the cost that they're giving up also to secure, you know, a guy like Tebow?
Well, and adding to that cost is the $2.5 million
right.
of the $5 million in salary advance that the Broncos were owed,
which counts against the salary cap as well.
It is a high cost for a gimmick quarterback with a wildcat package. He'll be lucky if he plays 10 plays a game. But of course, the conspiracists among us wonder exactly how much Tebow will play and whether he will be more than a wildcat quarterback if Sanchez flounders. In my view, because Sanchez regressed last season, this is a make or break year for the Sanchez.
Steve, what about also the you know, the idea of the wildcat? You know, you see some people have written about how much it actually gets used in the NFL and whether it's something that's been figured out by NFL defenses. How often really do we see the wildcat in an NFL game? And do you think at this point it's still an effective offensive weapon?
Well, it was effective for the Jets when Brad Smith operated it, and then of course Smith became a free agent and went to Buffalo. But
right.
You know, Tebow's strength, out of the wildcat or not, is running the ball. Again, I don't think Bill Belichick is going to lie awake at night worrying about Tim Tebow throwing the ball out of the wildcat.
Right.
Tebow is a 235-pound animal running the ball. He should be a running back or a safety, not a quarterback. So,
Steve, when
oh, yeah, I mean, the wildcat can help the Jets, but not to the degree it did when Tony Sparano, the Jets offensive coordinator, had Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams running it in Miami.
Right.
But yeah, but the lead it was a novelty at the time. But, you know, as defenses catch up to novelties. So the wildcat is not the weapon it used to be.
All right. Thanks very much.
And listen to me, one last thing. If you believe in your quarterback, you don't want to take him off the field under any circumstance.
Well, that's the other thing. So basically, the Jets don't believe in their quarterback.
I don't believe they believe in him the way they say they believe in him.
Very good. Steve, as always, great stuff. You can read him all the time in the New York Post or at nypost.com. You can follow him on Twitter at nypost_Serby. We'll have a lot more from Steve, obviously, throughout the NFL offseason about the Jets and the